Ladies and gentlemen, today we have lesson 4.4. We're going to be solving two-step inequalities, and let's take a look at some of the notes. Again, Math 7. Your homework has odd problems again, so you can be able to check your answers as you are working. Let's see here. We are on lesson 4.4, solving two-step inequalities. Chapter 4 is a really short chapter again. And again, we are just simply reviewing selected answers right there. Continuing to be awesome. All right, so as we are progressing through some of our sample problems, want to remind ourselves we want it to look nice and neat, which means we want the variable portion on the left side, which we have. They add 4, divide by 5, everything looks good. We're not worrying about the graphing again. You should be able to reflect on that tomorrow, or the IXL, you will have a little bit of graphing practice. All right, letter B here, looks good. Subtract 4 both sides, multiply by the reciprocal. I would do -3/1 in parentheses, but they look pretty good there. All right, so we're going to practice some problems together. Man, they say two-step, but they're really squeezing in more than two-step. Silly, silly, silly. All right, let's make this one nice and quick. Let's see. Number 1, 6y subtract 7, add 7 both sides. And again, the great thing about digital learning is if you need a little bit more time, you could always just back up the video and watch it again. Y is greater than 2. Now refresh your memory again, open dot to the right. Now if you notice, number 2, it actually looks okay because the variable is on the left side of the inequality. We don't normally have problems presented to us like this, but when they are, we still want to be able to work with them correctly, which means since the 4 is positive, I'm going to subtract 4. Now some students mistakenly say, but Mr. Murillo, there's a subtraction sign, so shouldn't I add 4 on both sides? And I would say, no, because that subtraction sign is really a negative sign that's connected to the 3D, not the 4. The 4 is positive, so let's subtract 4. So that would be -3D is greater than or equal to 15. Now remember, I see that negative sign. Hopefully you remember to bring that down. I would divide by -3. Now when you divide by a negative, remember you are required, just like on the previous video, to reverse your inequality sign. So this is now less than or equal to. 15 divided by -3 is -5. Close dot, open to the left. All right, number 3, subtract 8 both sides. I'm actually going to rewrite it as -1/4 W. I like the way it's presented that. Normally we don't have the negative sign at the denominator, so I brought it up to the numerator, and of course there's a hidden 1 there. Looks a lot better. 9 subtract 8 is 1. All right, I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides by the reciprocal. However, you should be noticing negative. Therefore, when I multiply by a negative, I must reverse the inequality sign. So this gives me a W less than, because I have to reverse the inequality sign. And nothing we can really cross cancel, so it just gives me a -4. W is less than -4. Open dot to the left. Oh, we're being awesome. Crazy people. All right, so again, let me show you the basic way, and then there's a slightly more advanced way for some of you that you may want to focus on. All right, so basic way is distributive property. So 2 times k is 2k. 2 times -5 is -10 is less than 6. So if you notice, it now looks like a normal two-step problem, and we can continue on. So let's add 10 to both sides. So that gives me a 2k is less than 16. Divide by 2. So k is less than 8. All right, so keep that answer in mind because I'm going to show you the, I don't want to call it the advanced way, but it's kind of advanced way. K is less than 8. Remember that. Okay, so let me erase it. Now, if you remember, this means 2 multiplied by k subtract 5. So if I want to, I could divide by 2 here and here, as long as I keep it on both sides. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And I'm going to say that 1 is hidden because now you don't need your parentheses. It is just k subtract 5 is less than 6 divided by 2 is 3. Add 5. Oh, I think you see it. And that is going to give me k is less than 8. The exact same answer. Nice. I was going to say, bam, woo! My kids used to watch that show. Funny times. All right, let me do number 5, basic way, advanced way, and then I think we'll call it as is. All right, basic way, negative 4 times n is negative 4n. Be real careful here. Negative 4 multiplied by negative 10 is positive 40, is less than 32. Subtract 40, both sides. All right, we're being really careful. Negative 4n is less than. Difference is, need to subtract, gives me an 8 with the negative sign. All right, it says negative 4n. So therefore, when I divide by a negative 4, I must reverse the inequality sign. Negative divided by negative is positive. 8 divided by 4 is 2. Keep that in mind. N is greater than 2. One more time. N is greater than 2. But hey, you can back it up if you forgot it. All right, advanced way. Same idea. Negative 4 times. So inverse operation is to divide by negative 4. Now, remember, I'm already dividing by a negative. So therefore, n subtract 10, my inequality sign must reverse. Because again, I divided by a negative. 32 divided by negative 4 is negative 8. Add 10 to both sides. Oh, I think you see it again. N is greater than, take the difference is 2, take the appropriate sign from the 10, positive 2. Excellent. So again, 2 ways to do it. Figure out which way is best for you. All right, so odd problems again, check your answers. IXL review the next day, and then a very short quiz after that. All right, be awesome.